Good morning, beautiful. It is a happy, beautiful, crisp fall morning in the middle of North Carolina on October 25th. What year is it? 2021? Trying to forget that year. Anyway, today is day 1550 of my ketogenic journey, going from 311 pounds to a very happy, sustainable 160. And we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you the weigh-in from the day before and the weigh-in from this morning. And do bear in mind that yesterday was my 24th wedding anniversary. So, yeah, you're not going to be too surprised. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. It's time to rant, rave, and misbehave. Keto Diamond style. Just gonna go ahead and tell you guys this. All the good keto information's at the end of the video, or the closer to the end, because I was talking about everything else. So stick around to the end, because that's where all the substantial, the substance of the content is. Here we go. Let's kick this off with my morning routine. All right, you guys, morning routine. I got my coffee. It's a much smaller cup with pumpkin spice. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk's my creamer, and I'm using 2 packs of stevia because I've actually been able to come down and use less packets thanks to COVID, honestly. And some organic collagen peptides in my coffee. I'm also taking in the morning vitamin C, B12, D3K2. At night before I go to bed, especially when I'm not eating properly, I'm taking magnesium and potassium. When you first start keto, those are great for you. And glucosamine chondroitin, this is actually for my doggy, so we're going to give him that now. Now, here's what hubby got me for my anniversary. All right, so this is what hubby got me for our anniversary. A pretty card and a Captain America shield. Ain't it great?
I know you like Captain America.
I do. I love him. I hope you
like it.
What did I get him? A ton of Transformers. He's big on collectibles, so he thinks I should be big on collectibles. But I love Captain America, as you can tell. So awesome, right? Okay, so though, after having that other video the other night and talking to you guys about the whole tattooed eyebrows, I am very much so thinking about asking for that for Christmas. They asked me for Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, everything. What you want? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea what I want. And that leaves people guessing, and then they guess, and sometimes it's hit or miss, but it's always hit because they at least love you enough to get you whatever they got you. So I think I might ask for that whole tattooed eyebrow thing. That way I can wake up with eyebrows. That sounds good to me. Honestly, I'm thinking about talking to a dermatologist about, it's a name you really can't say on YouTube without getting in trouble, but I heard it's really good for rosacea. It's called Ivor, you fill in the blank. But anyway, they claim that it's really good for the redness of rosacea, so I'm wondering if that would work. Of course, right now, it might be difficult. Sorry, my lips feel so dry right now. Fall, allergies, and dry lips and dry hands. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Do you really? Is that heat on? Maybe that's why I'm so dang on dry. Anyway, yesterday we kind of had plans to go have a good meal and like hit a movie, see that new Venom movie, because the first Venom was actually quite hilarious and I enjoyed it. But I don't know, as we started to go, it was like, that's kind of expensive. Why don't we just go to Golden Corral? I was like, all right, we can do that. We had the money to go wherever we wanted to, but at the same time, $60 for a couple steaks, and I typically like my steak the way I make it, so it did seem like a bit much. So we went on to Golden Corral, where we got a senior discount. It's like, I don't give a shit. It's our anniversary. We'll take the discount. Didn't say a daggone word either. But it's all right. I actually don't mind a discount. If you're going to insult me by saying, hey, are you a senior? I might as well get some money off of it, right? It's not really an insult. Because to be honest with you, it's much better than the alternative. Much. So we'll take it, you know. But it does kind of irritate me that when I look in the mirror, I mean, I don't look young, but I don't really think I look 55, 65 either. So it's irritating. But of course, when you're young and you look at people, they're older than you, you don't see that they're probably not as ancient as you think they are. But because now I look at people our age and think, that's the old man. No, he's not. He's our age. When the hell that happened? It's so true. It is really, really true. Age, while it's nothing but a number, and on the inside, you can feel like you're 16, 17 years old. Look in the mirror like, wait, what? And then you look at people your own age and you see them as so much older than you, but they're not. They're your age. And you're like, well, crap. How did that happen? I don't even remember that happening. And then you watch TikTok with people saying, this is for the older people who were born, you know, in the 1900s. And I'm like, oh my God, they're not wrong. I was born in 1978. That's definitely 1900s. Do you think the people of the 1800s felt the same way in like 1920? I mean, was that a thing? All these wonderful joys of unfairness suck. Because, like, literally, as long as I ain't looking in no camera, no mirror, no nothing like that, I feel young. I feel, at least, I mean, usually 16, but even at my worst, I usually feel about 20-something. Mentally, no. I get around 16-year-olds and 20-somethings, I'm like, oh, y'all getting on my damn nerves. Ain't something wrong with you. But such is life. It is a wild, vicious circle of aging, and you never really think you're gonna age, but then you age, and then you're like, wait, I didn't mean for this to go down this way, but here it goes any daggone way. And the thing is, I know that some of you are watching are well into your 70s. I talk to y'all quite often, and I gotta wonder, do y'all feel 40 and maybe even 20, and then look in the mirror and be like, what the hell's this? When did this happen? How did this happen? And I'm thinking, you know, at every stage, it's the same way, at every single stage of life. And then you see people you know and you've known for years, and in your mind, there's still this young person you went to school with, or they're in their mid-20s, and you see them like, when did you get gray in your beard? Oh, that's right, we got old. When did that happen? And that's like always the thing in my brain. When did that happen? I mean, we completely like somehow glossed over the 30s, and here we are in the 40s, and there's grays and there's lacking of topsoil, and there's wrinkles and crow's feet, and you're like, this happened without my consent. I did not consent to this, but it's all right. Jake wants in the house, so I might as well shut up and be right back. Even my dog was a grumpy old man. He come in here, whined at me a little bit. I said, you got food, you got water, you done went outside, you've had your medicine, you've been petted and loved on. What do we need? So he went and he plopped down by the door and went, aw. Like, I get it, dude. I do. Too bad you can't tell me what you need, because that would be so much easier. Sometimes he does, but most of the time I don't understand him. I was going to tell y'all something I forgot. Oh my goodness, you guys. My grandson Anthony came in here yesterday. He was so cute. Now, he can say words, lots of words, but I guess certain words in sentences, not yet. He's about to turn 3. So he came up here and he looked at me and he went, eh, and he kind of raised his hand. I was like, okay, and I picked him up. And, I was like, what, boy? And he puts my arms around him. I was like, okay, so I'm hugging him. And he's like, eh. I was like, I don't get it. And I just kind of just started scratching his back. And he's like, I was like, oh, you wanted your back scratched. Okay, I get it. It was adorable and I loved it. I was like, oh, look. These babies, they just melt your heart. See, they don't tell you about that. When you're younger, you don't have as much patience. You really don't. And your children irritate you and they get on your nerves and they ask you questions you don't want to answer and they ask them 500 times anyway. So you really don't want to answer them by the time you're done. But it's something about the grandkids when you get a little older because you have more patience. The things your kids would have done that you would have really raised hell about. Now you're like, you leave that baby alone. I don't care if he's getting everything out. You leave him alone. I don't care if she's getting all the shoes out. Leave her alone. I don't care if there's Matchbox cars all over my house. Leave them alone. And you know, and then we give them foods that their parents don't necessarily want them to have. And you're like, that's why my granddaddy gave me all that stuff. He didn't care. He was patient. I getting all his candy. He didn't care. In which it's funny because that's the same man I was telling y'all about. He used to say, I don't know why they send me bread. Bread's for Sundays. And he would take the bread off a sandwich, throw it away, unless it was a Sunday. And he would eat bread and pies and stuff like that. But there was always candy and wine around. So my granddad, who was an awesome dude when I came along, because, you know, over time you change. And apparently he went from, let's just say he's probably not in heaven. I'd like to think he is, but from the stories I heard, he's probably not. But by the time I came along, he was in his late 70s, and you know, he was very mellow, and I was his favorite, and I knew that. So, and I'm serious, he has like 100 grandkids, like 100. Not joking, like 100. We won't even get into greats, so, and greats. But anyway, I go in there and I just kind of make myself at home and play with everything and get into everything. And I remember this one day, I don't know, because my mom didn't really take me to church that much when I got to that age. No, when I was younger, she did. But she had me in this little pretty frilly white dress and a pair of little black shoes and white socks. And my granddad was sitting out on the porch eating watermelon. And she said, now don't you get that damn dress dirty. She ran to the store to get him some, I want to say cigarettes, but I don't remember. But anyway, she ran to the store to get him some. And of course, he hands me a big old slice of watermelon. I'm wearing this white frilly dress, and I'm like face deep in the watermelon. So by the time she gets back, I'm pink. I mean, I'm soaking wet pink. Little black dots all over because I've dropped the seeds on myself. My mom was like, I'm going to beat you. You leave that baby alone. I was like, yeah, get her, Grandpa. I'm starting to understand. That's all I'm saying. I'm starting to understand Grandpa's logic. When I was a kid, I was just like, yeah, you ain't gonna touch me till you get me away from Grandpa. But it's just amazing the little stories that come to your mind. It was quite a different time. And this is the old man that always had a field full of something growing. Tomatoes that I would eat off the vine also would get pink and red all over me and sticky. Peppers. Kind of odd, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reminiscing today. I guess I'm feeling my age a little bit, and I don't mind. I really don't. I mean, I don't like the wrinkles, I don't like the crepey, but at the same time, I feel great, and that's keto. That is keto. Now, of course, yesterday being our anniversary, obviously, I was not a good girl, but I was a good enough girl. So I'm going to tell you what I did, and I'm going to show you what I ate. So here's my weigh-in from the day before yesterday, and from yesterday morning when I first woke up till this morning, and you can see what foods interacted with me. Good Sunday morning, my 24th wedding anniversary. It is 162 pounds on the dot. Before this morning's weigh-in, let me go ahead and get into what I ate yesterday. Pause for the cause mental fart. But anyway, yesterday, of course, being the anniversary, and we decided to go to Golden Corral. I was like, hell, it's my anniversary. I'm gonna eat what I want to. I actually didn't think that at first until I started putting stuff on the plate, and I was like, oh, they got jumbo shrimp, they got mashed potatoes, yeast rolls. Which doesn't take me much to do this anyway, but you know, I had an excuse yesterday, and that's what it is. It's an excuse, and you're like, I can. Why not? You know, it's my anniversary. I can do that. We didn't eat till 4 p.m., so I broke my fast at 4 p.m. when we got to Golden Corral. And let's see, Bourbon Street chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, roll, jumbo shrimp. I love jumbo shrimp. Jumbo shrimp and french fries are my downfall. They just are. And I like unbreaded shrimp too, but most places just don't sell unbreaded shrimp, especially like right there on the counter, unless you go to like a Chinese restaurant or something. But then, yeah, they got sesame chicken and I ain't gonna act right. So we can just go ahead and get that out of the way now. But I do like the pepper steak too. That might be a viable option. Anyway, do you go to Chinese places? What do you eat when you go there on keto? Because I would like some more options. There is a Chinese buffet right down the road from our job, which we could go in and just make us a plate and leave and be back at work. So that would be a good option too. What do you eat? I imagine that pepper steak would be okay. I'm not positive, but I imagine it would be. What else did I eat? Then I had a slice of carrot cake, one little tiny square of fudge, and something else, a pecan pie. And it was an OMAD yesterday, so that's all I ate yesterday. I didn't eat nothing else, and I'm actually getting quite hungry now. It's almost 1 p.m. So I was not a keto girl yesterday. I was not, and I'm going to show you my weigh-in as a result, which is not actually too bad. And this does happen if you cheat, but OMAD, of course, kept it down. And for those of you who don't know what OMAD is, that means 1 meal a day. That means you just had 1 meal. The good news is, like at Golden Crown, you get so full, you practically have to be rolled out of there and popped into the car by force because you can no longer move. Here's the thing. Yesterday morning, I woke up and looked down. I was flat. I feel kind of flat today. I'm not as flat as I was yesterday morning in my belly. But now, it's not completely fat anyway because I still have a lot of gunk in there. But I felt relatively flat. And I looked in the mirror. I looked relatively flat. I looked good. You know, oh my goodness, when I left the Golden Corral, it looked like I had a basketball in there. And it really did. I mean, I get in the car and it's just like, whew. I'm like, oh my God. You know, it's funny, before I lost weight, I did not really have a concept of what bloating was. I knew what it felt like to eat too much, but it really doesn't seem to be about eating too much. That full dying feeling kind of is bloated. It really is. It just, your belly's just like, woof. And it happens so fast. I mean, literally by the time I walked out the door, set into the car, it was a basketball. I could look down. I could not see my And yeah, I like being able to see my now, except for over my humps. Ideally, you look down and see a lump of humps, and then you could look over a little bit and see a But yeah, weight loss is so weird. However, I do have a concept of bloating now, and yesterday that basketball in my gut. Oh. So here's the weigh-in as a result. Monday morning, the morning after our wedding anniversary, it's 164. That's 2 pounds. Now, honestly, since it was an OMAD, a lot of the fluid flushed off because it probably would have been 3 to 5 to be realistic. But it wasn't so bad. Once the food wore off and that carb high wore off, I was fine. But it takes a little bit for that to happen, especially if you're at work or something and you do that. Oh, not only are you going to be bloated and everybody's going to be like, did you get 6 months pregnant on lunch break? You know, I swear, if I do something wrong at lunch, at work, I can just look down and be like, they know. They can see. They know I ate something I shouldn't have. Now, good news, most people up there don't even know that, and some of them probably think this is just old age because I have a gully. It's worse on one side, yeah, you know, but this skin is definitely crepey and wrinkly, and they probably just think it's age and don't know that I've lost, 155 pounds. So, but anyway, yeah, that basketball in my gut, it took forever, and then, well, a few hours, and then I started the whole burping air release thing. Sounds like somebody's letting air brakes out of a transfer truck. I do want to, say that if you do something like that, the OMAD is a great way to go. Because, I mean, if you keep eating on top of that, and if you keep adding non-keto foods on top of that, you're going to feel like hell. Your body's going to hurt like hell. You're going to bloat more. You're going to gain more. And it's water weight. It will fluctuate off, but it is what it is. Now, after we did our eating, we had planned to see a movie, like I said, probably the new Venom, and we said, I don't really want to go do that. Sorry, this thing's sliding down. It's driving me crazy. But instead, we went to Target. Now, I've only been to Target one time in my life, and that was like 20 years ago. I wasn't impressed. And everybody talks about Target, about it being this big deal. You know, everybody goes to Target for some reason. I went in there, and honestly, it reminds me of a 1990s, early 90s Walmart with very little in it. A lot of stuff that's overpriced. Some stuff good priced, but some of it's just, I looked at like a half sweater yesterday at Walmart. That would have been like $10 to $12. At Target, it was $22. And I was like, nah, I just wait till I get to Walmart and save $10. I'm good. But tell me what you like about Target, because I know that people like it for a reason. And me just going in, poking around a little bit, that's probably not going to tell me the real reason you like Target. So tell me below what it is you like about Target and what's good there. Because now we don't really have a Target close by. That was in Winston, and we live in Moxville, so well, close to we go to Moxville because we're trying to avoid little Chicago and Salisbury. But yeah, we just went to Target and we went to Walmart. Hubby got Transformers. I got some shirts. I got more clothes than anybody should really ever own, to be honest with you at this point. Weight loss has caused that. Before I started losing weight, I didn't own but like 2 or 3 outfits that fit well. I wasn't interested in going into stores to look at clothes because it would take me forever to find something that would fit my body and cover my belly and everything. So, I mean, I was so disinterested in clothes. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Now, ooh, that'll fit me. I'm gonna buy that. Ooh, that'll fit me. I'll buy that. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. Ooh, I need some new jeans. I need this. I need that. I don't have anywhere to put it. I'm literally taking up a hanger over top of my dryer that I use just to hang clothes on until I get them on the hangers and into the closet. My closet's full on my side. This closet back here is full. It's all my clothes. All of it. And I don't want to get rid of any of them. I want to keep it all because I like it all. And then I still want to lose weight, so I know that I'm going to have to get rid of that anyway eventually, if I ever actually do lose any more, because I've been in this weight range for well over a year now. And it's sustainable. It really is. Look, I want to be real and honest, because a lot of people say, well, keto is not sustainable. For over a year, I've maintained my weight loss in this range, between the 160s and 170s. Now, I'm sorry about the dryer. I hear it ticking. It's driving me crazy too, but clothes got to get dry. So I need my jeans. I want those jeans. Okay, yes, I've got 40 other pair, but I want those jeans. Regardless, what the hell was I talking about? See, I got off on a tangent. Crap. I really did forget. Must not have been that important. I'll be right back. I gotta find out what I was talking about. That's how distracted I am by clothing right now, that I actually had to go back and watch this video just to find out what I was talking about, which was keto sustainability. Over the course of the last year, I've been on and off keto a lot. I mean, I've had a lot of Taco Bell, I've had a lot of this, I've had a lot of that, things that have kicked me. I keep making my next meal keto though, so it keeps me in this range. While it's probably not the best for me, basically what I am doing, and it's accidental, it's not intentional, I'm not going out to do this, it's just I keep wanting different foods too. So basically what I'm doing is carb cycling. Not that I would recommend that, but it is maintainable if you do that. And this last year, while it was accidental, is experimentally proof that you can maintain in a certain weight range and eat some of the things you still want while maintaining keto. Now I've been doing keto for a very long time, 4 years and 3 months or something like that. My body is very well fat adapted, which means, all right, so when you first start keto, it's going to take you 1 to 3 weeks to get into ketosis that first time. After about a month or 2, you're fully fat adapted. As long as you go, as far as you go down the line, you get more and more fat adapted. Meaning that right this minute, 4 years and 3 months in, I can go over there and eat a chocolate bar. It's going to kick me out of ketosis. I'm going to gain water weight. I'm going to feel like hell. But I'm coming back into ketosis in the next 4 to 6 hours. I can eat pretty much whatever I want to and be back into ketosis within 24 hours, provided I stop eating those foods and let my body come back into ketosis and only eat keto-friendly foods. If you're going to start off keto this way and carb cycle, if you're going to cheat every weekend, if you're going to cheat every 2 or 3 weeks, you're not going to lose much. You're not going to get fat adapted like that. It's not going to work like that. Any of these pills, potions, shakes, or any of that other stuff, they're not going to put you in a real fat burning state of ketosis unless you eat a ketogenic diet. So for the last year, the reason I have not lost any weight, if we're being 100% realistic, is my dietary habits. It's me saying I can have this and be back in ketosis. While that's true, it's still not going to put me in a good state of fat burning. Now, I wish that I could be even more real with myself and stop that pattern of behavior. But every time I say, this is it, no more, I'm lying to myself, because, and basically it's a lie to you too, which is why I try not to say I'm not going to do this anymore most of the time. Once in a while, it'll come out of my mouth and be like, girl, don't make promises you can't keep, because I haven't been able to keep that and stay 100% keto for weeks and weeks at a time. While I had COVID, that was easy because I was stuck at home with what I had. And when I go and do grocery shopping, I'm easily able just to search out the keto foods, buy them, and be done with it. I did not reach 250 steps this hour. I've been sitting on my butt talking. Hand motion. It's got my counter going up. But, you know what, while I was sick, for one, I didn't really want to eat that much, but for two, what I had here and what I online ordered were keto-friendly foods, so, and homemade keto-friendly foods. So realistically, being 100% honest, your best bet at keto, stay keto, only eat keto, and initially it was not hard. My body had not gotten overused to keto foods. It had not gotten sick of foods. So my first 2.5, maybe close to 3 years, were very, very easy on me as far as keto was concerned. I ate mostly at home. I cooked mostly at home, which took out a lot of the nonsense for me. Plus, my family were fine eating a ketogenic way, and a lot of the sides they liked weren't really sides I cared about anyway. So, like at Golden Corral, I love mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't care nothing about them. And I don't cook macaroni that much because nobody else cared that much for macaroni. So now, if homemade, I cannot stand restaurant style macaroni. Not at all. Not nowhere. Not KFC. Not going nowhere. If it ain't homemade macaroni made in the pot here on the stove, I ain't eating it. I don't even like it. I don't know why, because everybody else seems to think the restaurant stuff is better. Me, I like the box stuff, the stuff that's up in the cabinet. Well, not technically right now, but you know what I mean? So that doesn't even tempt me. Like if I was eating here and there was a pot over there of macaroni, that would be a struggle. At a restaurant, not a struggle at all. So knowing your triggers, like for me, French fries. If there is French fries on a tray nearby, I'm eating at least 2. That's just how it's gonna work. And if I eat 3, I'm probably gonna eat the pack. So knowing your triggers, trying to cook at home, trying to maintain at home, that's your best bet for weight loss success. Maintaining, however, you can be a little more lenient with it. You can have a little bit of extra stuff here and there, but to be realistic, you're not going to lose a lot having cheat meals. And that when I first started keto, that was one of the biggest questions I got. Can I have a cheat meal? And I was like, yeah, every once in a while, sure. But to be honest, you're not going to lose weight having cheat meals every week or every month. You're just not. You need to get your body in a full state of ketosis, eat ketogenically, and enjoy the benefits of the ketogenic diet. So I'm so sorry that I got all sidetracked and all off the wall on this video, but we got there eventually. Sometimes it takes a minute, okay? I think that's really all I needed to tell you guys today. I do, and here's the thing again about not wanting to make promises I can't keep. I like doing the whiteboard, but I forget to do it now. I've fallen out of a lot of habits that I really actually kind of like, but now they're time consuming. And I think maybe because I've went back to work and I spend so much time doing this, that, and the other, that part of me doesn't want to spend time on quality things, which is ridiculous. The whiteboard to me was quality. It gave a verifiable view to not only you, but to me. And I had to write it down every day. So writing it down put it more in my mind. Writing down my foods, putting them in my FitnessPal, that kept things a little more in my mind, kept me a little more mindful about what I was putting in my body. And sometimes I can put it in now thinking it's done, thinking that it was perfectly keto friendly. And then when I get it all in there, I'm like, ooh, yeah, that wasn't as good as I thought it was. That was a lot higher than I thought it was. And then you got the carb creep, which is basically what I'm experiencing. Now, it's not really just carb cycling, it's carb creep. I've let carbs creep back into my diet and into my life. Maintainable, yes, as long as I keep making my next meal keto and keep pushing towards the goal. But if I was to quit altogether trying to do keto, my weight regain would be probably pretty quick and very noticeable. So yeah, you gotta figure out a way to maintain if you get to that portion of it. But when you're starting out, keto, just keto. Stay as keto as you possibly can through the holidays, through the family functions, through everything. Do the best you can. That's all I'm telling you. And always make your next meal keto. Even if you mess up every weekend, don't backslide. Don't do that. You're still doing something. It's still working. It's still working on your health or something interior inside, even if you're not seeing the other benefits. So don't give up. Keep pushing. You will get there. You just will get there slower. So keto is sustainable. It's manageable. You can maintain it. Even if it's accidental, you can. Maintaining is not where I want to be. That's not where I want to be. And I want to get myself back on track where I'm writing, where I'm putting in my FitnessPal. I haven't even written in my journal in a while. So I want to get those healthy habits back in my life. But I don't want to make promises I can't keep. So understand this. If I don't do it, oops, I lied. If I do it, yay! Working hard at it. But I can't promise that because I know me and I have to be realistic with me. This is who I really am. The other thing is who I want to be. Now, I'm going to push towards the goal of what I want to be. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to make it all the way. But I'm going to keep making that next meal keto, even when I go, oops. And you do the same. Anyway, guys and dolls, that's all I got to say. If you would like to support the channel, there are some pretty cool things down there, including the Amazon wish list, the PayPal, post office box, which I need to get paid on, by the way. I keep forgetting I got that letter. They're going to kick my butt. Damn. I don't have to change the addresses on my videos either. I need to go do that. There's also some things, if you need my help with your ketogenic journey, I know a lot about this. I put a lot of thought and time into this, more than in other things. If I put more thought into other things, I'd probably be much, much better at those things too. Anyway, guys and dolls, if you need help, my contact information is below. There's a website written out, designed by me. Everything's free. KetoDiamond.com, or a playlist on the front of this channel, How To for Beginners, which I probably need to redo. It's been sitting there for a hot minute, and it would give me a good reminder and refresher too, because sometimes I remind myself of things I knew years ago, but I've forgotten. So yeah, I probably should do that. All right. Much love, many prayers. Make your next meal keto. Keep pushing. You got this. Bye, y'all.